My boyfriend has a weird relationship with a younger woman who claims she is like a daughter, and I find it peculiar. My boyfriend, 28M, has a peculiar relationship with a younger woman, 21F, that I, 31F, can't help but feel uncomfortable about. They've worked together for the last 2 to 3 years, and during that time, he's told me all about her background. He explained that her family isn't great, and that she sees him as a father figure. He said that she comes to him for advice and looks up to him because he's been a reliable presence in her life. At first, I wasn't sure how to feel about it, but I decided to trust him and take his word for it. After all, he's never given me a reason to think something was off until recently. One thing I noticed early on is that whenever I'm with him, he doesn't answer her calls. I asked him about it, and he casually told me that she can be annoying sometimes, which is why he avoids picking up when I'm around. It seemed like a valid enough reason, so I didn't push it. But then one day, I brought him lunch at work and she was right by his side the moment he came over to see me. The way she interacted with him felt off. She was acting way too familiar, almost clingy, and it gave me a weird vibe. It's hard to describe, but I just couldn't shake the feeling that there's more to this father-daughter dynamic than he's letting on. He keeps telling me that nothing inappropriate has ever happened between them and that she's just a young woman in need of guidance. She texts him regularly, letting him know when she gets home or when she wants to talk, and while he doesn't always respond, it's the content of the messages that bothers me. She'll send him things like, "I miss you," or "I wish I could have gotten a hug today," and although it's not blatantly inappropriate, it just feels like there's an emotional undertone that crosses a line. To make matters worse, I found a handwritten note in his wallet that she gave him for Father's Day, and the way it was written made it sound like she's way more attached to him than just a colleague or someone who sees him as a father figure. But here's where things took a turn. Last night, I was at work, and he texted me saying he was going to a concert, and this young woman was going with him. This immediately rubbed me the wrong way. For months, I've been asking him to go out with me and do something fun, but he always prefers staying in, playing video games, or just lounging around the house. Yet here he was out at a concert with her. He sent me one text while they were there, and I didn't hear from him again until after the concert was over. I spent the whole night feeling uneasy, wondering why he would make time for her, but not for me. A few weeks ago, it was her birthday, and he went out of his way to buy her a cake, and even gave her one of his favorite figurines to make her day special. I found that sweet at first, but then I remembered how, on our anniversary, he sent me nothing but a generic, AI-generated message. It hurt to think about the effort he put into her birthday when he couldn't even do something meaningful for our anniversary. Now, I'm at a loss. I don't know how to approach this conversation with him without making it seem like I'm accusing him of something inappropriate. I don't want to come off as overly jealous or paranoid, but at the same time, I can't ignore how I'm feeling. The whole situation has left me feeling hurt, confused, and honestly, a bit angry. I need advice on how to handle this without making things worse. How can I bring this up in a way that leads to an honest conversation without making him defensive? Because right now, I just don't know how to make sense of any of it, and it's eating me up inside.